We need to talk about the mid-season draft and Adam Tomlinson. So before we do get into this video, I do want to make mention of the tragic passing of Andrew Cracker, 42, just so young, and like it's just really sad. And saw the news this morning, broke my heart. Will never forget his 2011 season. From all the adversity that he overcame, came into the Pies 2011, took Mark of the Year, nearly won a premiership, did his ACL in 2012, came back, kicked 4 goals against Port in that prelim, I'm pretty sure. I just want to send my love out to his family, his friends, the AFL community. Hug a loved one, tell a loved one that, or tell someone that you love them. Life is too short. Life is too short to be filled with such hate, and just negative vibes. Find the positive in life. Stop and smell the roses. Hug someone, kiss someone, and just be a good person. Life is too short. So, Cracker, thinking of you, brother. Adam Tomlinson. Tom Morris came out yesterday and said that Collingwood are looking at reviving Adam Tomlinson's career in the mid-season draft to replace Reef McGuinness. Now, what does that look like? We kind of touched on it when we spoke a couple of videos ago about Reef McGuinness's injury and how he's more than likely going to be on, not more than likely, he will be on the long-term injury list. And what does that mean in the mid-season draft? Now, the interesting thing here, and someone commented it on the on that video, is I insinuated that Ash Johnson could go in onto the long-term injury list, but there's probably a chance that he doesn't, and it looks like we'd just be taking that one pick, which would be Reef McGuinness. And also, in saying that, it looks like there's only going to be a handful of clubs that will be in the mid-season draft as well. So West Coast and the Bulldogs left one spot open, so they didn't draft a rookie or an SSP, so they'll be in the mid-season draft. Gold Coast could put Charlie Ballard, or probably will put Charlie Ballard, on the long-term injury list as well. So that's 3. Then there's us with Reef. Carlton have Nick Newman on the injury list, but there's a chance that he might return. So he hasn't formally been put onto the long-term injury list. And same with Brisbane. They've got Link McCarthy, who did do his ACL, but they reckon that he may return later on in the season. So he's not on a long-term injury list just yet. So it could be only about, at the moment, it looks like it's 4 clubs. It could be a couple more if there's a bunch of other long-term injuries. But it could be a very short mid-season draft, which will be around 11 and 12, like in the middle of that, which is around late May. Now, Adam Tomlinson, pick 9 for the Giants, an inaugural Giant. He goes to Melbourne. He's there at Melbourne for 5 years. He does his ACL, isn't a part of the 2021 Premiership, and then he struggles to get back into the team, even though he had really good VFL form. He goes on to win the 2022 Premiership with Casey Demons, the Demons' VFL side, and he just struggles to get in the team. Simon Goodwin is preferencing, younger sort of defenders over him, and when you got Lever and May and stuff, it's a little bit hard to get Tomlinson there as well. He played 8 games last season, but what he's doing now is he's with North Melbourne's VFL side. So he's only played 2 games because there's only been 2 rounds of the VFL. He's averaging 26 disposals and 9 marks as a stopgap defender. So Collingwood have the oldest list in the league right now, right? And, we need to inject some youth or some middle-aged players into our list to kind of bring that a little bit down and plan for the future. So Tomlinson at 31 years old makes perfect sense and fits into that youth structure that we are definitely building at the Pies. But what it does bring is experience, right? We've seen Pendlebury, we've seen Sidebottom talk about what an older list does, and it does bring experience. And with Reef going down, and I really know what's happening with Billy Frampton. He's had a really good stint in the VFL as well, and he's he's in line to play against Carlton, I would say, based on the training that I've been seeing. So what would a Tomlinson do in that field? And what happens with Billy Frampton? They'll be competing for the exact same spot. I dare say that they're probably both in the VFL at one point as well, because they're both, to me, got very similar traits, except Billy Frampton is younger than Tomlinson. Can you trust Tomlinson's body to sort of hold up? Is he a good acquisition? Is he going to win you? And like the end of this sort of the question, the big question you ask is he going to win you a premiership, right? Is he going to win you games? Not off the back of his boot, not kicking goals, but is he going to be that defender that is going to stop a Kerno from kicking goals or a King from kicking goals or, you know, whoever it may be? I don't really know if he is that player. And albeit I never really watched him a lot at the Giants or at Melbourne unless they were playing us. So I can't really go on how his form has been. But from what I know, from what I've read, from the highlights that I've seen and stuff, he could be a good player. He could be a role player. And we know that Craig McRae absolutely loves role players. But my train of thought goes to, why Tomlinson and not Billy Frampton? What does Tomlinson give us that Billy Frampton doesn't give us? Because Billy Frampton, if he is in the side, at least he can take second or third ruck duties. If it's in the back line, he can take the ruck a little bit. Can Tomlinson do that? Is, you know, Billy Frampton being a little bit younger, he's a little bit more agile than Tomlinson. Is Tomlinson going to be able to keep up with these younger forwards? There's a lot of questions. And I don't know, I just don't think that the way our list is at the moment and who we have in our VFL side, I don't think Tomlinson is the answer. And I'm, you know, with every single video that I do, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong. So I'm more than happy for Tomlinson to come in, stop every single defender, not let it go through, clean sheets every single week for him, for whoever he's playing on, and win us a premiership. I'll eat this beanie if that happens, right? I just don't think that right now Tomlinson is exactly what we need. Do we need a defender? Yes. We need another intercepting defender. We need to replace Nathan Murphy. We don't need to replace a Billy Frampton because we already have a Billy Frampton. If we wanted to, if we wanted a big stop, big defender that doesn't fly in and intercept mark and stuff like that, we would have just put Billy Frampton instead of, you know, putting Reef down back. So I don't really see the necessity in getting Tomlinson across to us. If you're talking about a defender that we do need, Lee Kalia is that sort of defender who's getting not pushed out by the Giants, but is looking for other opportunities. He's an intercepting defender. He's a Nathan Murphy replacement. Yes, that's who we need as a defender. Not going to be in the mid-season draft, of course. You're going to have to trade for him. It probably won't happen. But that's the sort of defender that we're after, not a Tomlinson defender. I just don't think it'll work out. I'd rather go for a middle-aged forward, like we talked about, Mason, or maybe another inside mid, or just the best available. And if Tomlinson is the best available at our first pick at the mid-season draft, I'm going to trust the coaches. Of course, I'm going to trust the coaches, and I'll love him like I love Scott Pendlebury. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as you put on the black and white stripes, we immediately love you. But you know, we did have, there were rumors swirling around that we were going to pick him up in the as an SSP, but we ended up going for Membry instead, and that's worked out. That's worked out so well. Would I have been saying this about Membry? No, I think I would have been pretty positive about Membry if it was a mid-season draft and we needed to pick up, or there was rumors that we were going to pick up Membry. But yeah, again, I just don't think Tomlinson is the answer that we need right now. Yes, we need to replace Reef. We've got Billy Frampton. We've got Charlie Dean. I don't think Tomlinson is that guy. But let me know if you think I'm wrong. If you think you're wrong, call me out right now. And until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. And until next time, Double Shackers, I'll swoop you later.